What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. My name is Bria Alexis. I'm with Keller Williams in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I make videos about navigating your 20s and setting up your life for financial stability through the lens of a full-time college student and real estate agent. Okay, so let's get right into today's video. We're going to be talking about some mindset hacks that you can break right now to help you get closer to $1 million. Okay, and as you probably already know from this series on my channel, I get all of these great tips directly from The Millionaire Real Estate Agent by Gary Keller. Definitely a great read, and I would love for you to follow along with me as I go chapter by chapter, section by section, breaking it down for you guys and giving you my thoughts on it. So in this section of the book, it's going to be called Myth Understandings, and my take on that is these are just limiting beliefs. That's something that my coach says all the time. My real estate coach, he says this all the time, that you have certain limiting beliefs that you need to break in order to propel yourself to the next level. So in the book, they call it Mythbusters or Myth Understanding. That's a TV show. If you know, you know. Anyway, the first myth understanding is I can't do it. So the way they break this hack down is that if you're already telling yourself that you can't do something before you even try, then how do you know what you can really do? So that's the first habit that you need to break in real estate and in life. Stop telling yourself that you can't do something. It's not true. And at the very least, stop telling yourself you can't do something before you actually try. The second myth understanding that they have in the book is that it can't be done in my market. Raise your hand if you felt this way. I definitely do. Sometimes when I'm watching all these YouTube videos about these lovely real estate agents in Florida and in Texas, I'm thinking, can I do this in North Carolina? Can I do this in Delaware? And just because you can't see it all the time doesn't mean that you can't do it in your market. And what the book says is that in order to overcome this, you have to think about a new approach. So instead of doing it the way that everyone else is doing it in Florida and Texas, you may have to be creative in your marketing and in your delivery in order to get the same results as a different state in your particular market. This one is interesting. It would take too much time and effort. And the truth that they have is time and effort are not the deciding factors in success. Let's explore that one a little bit further. So when you dive into that part a little bit further, it's actually talking about that people believe that as you become more successful, you will have to give more time and more effort towards your business. But in reality, you want to look at time and effort as an efficiency and an effectiveness issue. If you were more efficient and your business was done marketing, what have you, more effectively, then you would need less time and less effort. And that also leans right back on the first concept that we learned in part 1 of this series, to use leverage, in that as you're scaling, you should leverage out parts of your business so that you aren't putting out more time and more effort for the same amount of money. Number four mindset to get rid of is too risky, I'll lose money. Now, the book breaks it down and says, risk is in direct proportion to how well you hold your incremental costs accountable to producing incremental results. One more time in English. So the direct proportion between your cost and your income is what they're saying is when you increase your cost by a certain amount, make sure that you have an idea of the ratio between your cost to your income. And if you're increasing your cost, make sure your income is going up by that much, or you haven't made the right move. So it's too risky, I'll lose money. You'll only lose money if you're not keeping track of your expenses. I think that we can round that out and say that, right? Yes, I'm teaching from the book, but also these are just my thoughts on it, and that's what I would take from it if I were you. So what I'm taking from number 4 is that if you're going to increase your expenses, make sure that your income follows, or your revenue stream follows. If you're increasing your expenses and it's not increasing your income, then you're making the wrong decision. Then it is risky, then you will lose money. But in order to control that loss of money, you control your expenses. Myth number 5 has to do with, again, teaching from the first episode. My clients will only work with me, only I can deliver quality service. Ooh, they were mean with this one. Your clients aren't loyal to you, they are loyal to the standards you represent. So scaling your business might be very difficult for some of us if you can't let go of control. But it doesn't mean that you have to just let someone else run your business. You set quality standards in place so that no matter who it is, they can still give that quality service that your clients love. Because they said it right, clients are not as loyal to you as you think they are, it's not you, it's your service. So if you can duplicate that service in another person, then you can apply leverage to your business and scale as well. These are just great tips. The last myth understanding in the book, I think this is a really good one because, again, it goes back to what we talked about in the first episode. Having a goal and not fully realizing it is a negative thing. That's the myth. The truth is having a goal and not trying to achieve it is a negative thing. So the reason why I feel like that's connected to what we talked about in the first episode is because if you have a big enough goal, if you don't reach it, that's okay, because you'll pass small milestones on the way to it. But you don't want to stop at those small milestones. You do want to try and achieve that goal. So I think that's what the idea behind saying that having a goal and not trying to achieve it is the bad thing. So if you don't always hit your goal, it's not a terrible thing as long as you did everything in your power to try to reach that goal, because then you have great data to analyze in order to make it better. Okay, guys, that is the 6 mindset shifts that I think that you can take to change your life. Getting really philosophical, change your existence, change everything for you, okay? It starts with you. Leave me a comment down below of which mindset shift that you think that you can attack first. And just at the end of the video, I like to announce if you win or a win. I did quit my job on May 21st, and at the time of recording this video, it is July 5th. And my first referral deal closed, and I will be receiving that commission. So that is my first commission that will ever be attached to my license number in North Carolina. Actually, it's in Delaware, but it will go to North Carolina. I don't even know how that works. Any the hoozy.